Episode of 2023 on the Nana Yayabua Show. Since it's the beginning of the year, this conversation is the best conversation I believe to start having. And this conversation came about through the direction of a mentor who I was, discussing with. The conversation was in reference to transformation of Africa and how we do or do not do things and are stagnant. I went to school in Ghana, and the educational system has a lot to do with the mindset that we come out of. What my mentor told me in conversation was that we all who went to school on the continent are being taught systems that are not indigenous to us, which is true. Going through the education system, I do understand where he's coming from, the need to decolonize our educational system and how its impact on our mindset. Now, the narrative he gave was that, you see, like chickens, we all grew up with chickens around the compound. Like chickens tied to a tree. When you release the chicken, when tied to a tree for so long, when you release the chicken, you expect the chicken to run off, but the chicken stays. Exactly what our educational systems have been done in Africa or in colonized areas. Although we are so-called free, we are still not free. Our educational systems have educated us in such a way that when we finish school, we do not think for ourselves, but we think to find jobs. So the entrepreneurial spirit has been looked down upon. We all seek government jobs or white-collar jobs or jobs that say we are so and so, But that is not what the educational system is meant to be. The educational system is meant to allow us to think, to be creative, and to think outside the box. However, these educational systems has kept us in the box. So in reference to this, I was speaking about a gentleman who I have, been studying his work and actually writing about his, works in Ghana. He goes by the name Freedom Jacob Caesar. And I spoke to this mentor about him, and I did say that I was really interested in his thought, in his mindset, his application, his mental processing. He doesn't fit the mold as to exactly how things are supposed to be done. He has created his own path with his own principles of success, which borders on many of the principles of success that we look at. So, such an individual, how did they gain that freedom of mind? It took him, number one, his attitude towards life, his behavior, his quest, his dreams, his visions, his goals, his aspirations. He knew within himself that he cannot be like anybody else, and he was unlike anybody else, and he was willing to work to become unlike anybody else. So, what is the lesson in this chicken story, as I would say, the chicken story? The chicken story tells us that we need to be mentally free. And like Bob Marley sang, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. We need to be mentally free. We are, even though have freedom, we are still tied to systems that keep us from achieving our God-given talents, keep us from achieving our dreams and aspirations. We are boxed in the fear. We are unconsciously tied still to the past that disallow us to gain freedom to become who we need to become. This is a short video. This is a short conversation. I hope your 2023 brings your hope and aspiration to fruition. Do not stay put like the chicken stayed put where it had been tied for so long. Venture beyond those areas. If you have something on your mind, in your heart, not only the goals and the dreams, but actually start working on them. Let your visions come to light, and you will be much happier. Have a beautiful 2023. My name is Nanaya Ayabwa, and this is the first episode of the Nanaya Ayabwa Show in 2023. Please like, share, and subscribe.